Market value and market price questions. Question 1. Which answer states the concept associated with a factor derived from comparable sales by dividing sale price by gross rent? Option A. Reproduction cost. Option B. Market price. Option C. Gross rent multiplier. Option D. Functional obsolescence. The correct answer is option C. Gross rent multiplier. The multiplier provides a quick value indication when properties have similar expense relationships. It uses gross income and does not directly account for individual operating expenses. Consistency in the rent period is essential when applying the factor. Question 2. A closing agent handling an office building in Westminster must identify an increase in a lesser property's value due to the influence of superior neighboring properties. Which choice is correct? Option A. Sales comparison approach. Option B. Physical deterioration. Option C. Highest and best use. Option D. Progression. The correct answer is option D. Progression. The benefit reflects surrounding quality rather than a physical change to the subject. Market perception can raise the value of a modest home located among more expensive homes. The opposite influence is commonly described when an expensive property is surrounded by inferior properties. Question 3. During a financing review for a waterfront parcel in Hagerstown, Samuel needs to identify the rule described as the actual amount paid in a specific transaction. Which answer applies? Option A. Market price. Option B. Appraisal. Option C. Substitution. Option D. Conformity. The correct answer is option A. Market price. The figure records what one buyer and one seller agreed upon. One sale should be interpreted in the context of the wider market. It can differ from a supported value opinion because of motivation, financing, or unusual circumstances.
Stressed about your property and casualty? We can take property and casualty for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done.
Question 4. A investor is reviewing a retail suite in Cambridge. Which term describes the total income a property could produce at full occupancy and stated rent levels? Option A. Effective gross income. Option B. Potential gross income. Option C. Accrued depreciation. Option D. Capitalization rate. The correct answer is option B. Potential gross income. Other recurring property income may then be added. This amount assumes every rentable space is occupied and all scheduled rent is collected. Vacancy and collection losses must be deducted to reach a more realistic revenue measure. Question 5. At an offer review, a Maryland exam candidate encounters the following description: potential gross income adjusted for vacancy and collection loss plus other property income. Which concept is being tested? Option A. Comparative market analysis. Option B. Conformity. Option C. Effective gross income. Option D. Market price. The correct answer is option C. Effective gross income. It recognizes that not every unit will remain occupied and every charge will be collected. Operating expenses are deducted afterward to determine property minus level income. The figure estimates revenue reasonably expected from normal operations. Question 6. Leah is assisting with a mixed minus-use property transaction in Easton. Which principle applies when the facts involve a broker's market minus-based estimate used to help a client make listing or offering decisions? Option A. Sales comparison approach. Option B. Potential gross income. Option C. Progression. Option D. Comparative market analysis. The correct answer is option D. Comparative market analysis. Its purpose is practical pricing guidance for a transaction. It is not a formal appraisal unless performed by a person acting within appraisal licensing authority. The analysis compares recent sales, active listings, and market conditions. Question 7. Which answer most accurately identifies an independent supported opinion of value developed through a recognized valuation process in a real estate transaction? Option A. Appraisal. Option B. Substitution. Option C. Gross rent multiplier. Option D. Comparative market analysis. The correct answer is option A. Appraisal. The assignment requires identification of the property rights, intended use, effective date, and relevant market data. The report should explain the reasoning and evidence supporting the conclusion. Licensing and professional standards govern who may provide regulated the formal valuation services. Question 8. A question arising during title examination concerns the current cost to construct a building with equivalent utility using modern materials and standards. Which choice gives the best classification? Option A, substitution. Option B, replacement cost. Option C, accrued depreciation. Option D, net operating income. The correct answer is option B, replacement cost. It is often more practical than reproducing outdated design or craftsmanship. The estimate does not require an exact duplicate of the existing structure. Depreciation is subtracted when the method is used to value an existing improvement.
Are you looking for property and casualty actual questions? Visit our website pokerexams.com to access property and casualty study guide with actual questions and answers. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to get property and casualty answer key today.
Question 9. While analyzing a rental home, Elena must apply the concept involving effective gross income minus operating expenses before debt service and income taxes. Which answer should be selected? Option A, comparative market analysis. Option B, reproduction cost. Option C, net operating income. Option D, accrued depreciation. The correct answer is option C, net operating income. This measure reflects property operations rather than the owner's financing choices. The result is used in income capitalization and investment analysis. Mortgage payments and depreciation deductions are not treated as operating expenses in the calculation. Question 10. Which real estate term is defined by a valuation method combining land value with the depreciated cost of improvements? Option A, capitalization rate. Option B, comparative market analysis. Option C, income capitalization approach. Option D, cost approach. The correct answer is option D, cost approach. The method is useful for newer or special minus-purpose improvements with limited sales data. The analyst estimates replacement or reproduction cost and subtracts accrued depreciation. Land is valued separately because it is not depreciated in the same manner as buildings. Question 11. In a transaction involving a cooperative unit, which rule controls when there is loss in value caused by outdated design, layout, or building features? Option A, functional obsolescence. Option B, reproduction cost. Option C, income capitalization approach. Option D, substitution. The correct answer is option A, functional obsolescence. The condition can originate within the property even when the building is physically sound. Some deficiencies are curable, while others cost more to correct than the value they add. An inefficient floor plan or inadequate utility can reduce market appeal. Question 12. A seller asks about a decrease in a superior property's value due to the influence of lower minus quality neighboring properties. Which answer provides the legally accurate concept? Option A, reproduction cost. Option B, regression. Option C, progression. Option D, external obsolescence. The correct answer is option B, regression. Location and neighborhood consistency therefore matter in valuation. The surrounding market limits the return on overimprovement. A highly improved property may not command its full potential in a less desirable setting. Question 13. Kara encounters the principle that a buyer will not pay more for a property than the cost of an equally desirable alternative during a settlement preparation. Which principle should guide the analysis? Option A, progression. Option B, highest and best use. Option C, substitution. Option D, appraisal. The correct answer is option C, substitution. Comparable opportunities place an upper limit on rational pricing. The principle supports all three major valuation approaches. Adequate time and informed decision minus making are assumed. Question 14. Which choice best matches the description loss in value caused by influences outside the property boundaries? Option A, market price. Option B, gross rent multiplier. Option C, functional obsolescence. Option D, external obsolescence. The correct answer is option D, external obsolescence. The owner usually has limited ability to cure the source. Nearby nuisances, adverse land uses, or economic decline can reduce demand. Market comparison helps measure the effect on value. Question 15. During review of a vacant parcel in Towson, the parties discuss loss in value caused by wear, damage, age, or deferred maintenance. Which term applies? Option A, physical deterioration. Option B, net operating income. Option C, regression. Option D, income capitalization approach. The correct answer is option A, physical deterioration. The condition may be curable when repair cost is economically justified. It is distinct from design problems and outside economic influences. Structural wear and short-lived component failure are common examples. Question 16. An exam scenario presents a valuation method comparing the subject with recently sold similar properties. Which answer is most accurate in the marketing review described? Option A, external obsolescence. Option B, sales comparison approach. Option C, comparative market analysis. Option D, progression. The correct answer is option B, sales comparison approach. This method is especially useful when many similar properties have sold. Comparable sales are adjusted for meaningful differences in features, location, condition, and transaction terms. The adjusted evidence indicates how the market values the subject. Question 17. A licensee preparing for an offer review must recognize the legally permissible, physically possible, financially feasible use that produces maximum value. Which concept does this describe? Option A, replacement cost. Option B, substitution. Option C, highest and best use. Option D, cost approach. The correct answer is option C, highest and best use. The conclusion may differ from the property's current use when another use is reasonably probable. Land is considered as vacant and the improved property is also considered as currently developed. The analysis tests potential uses in a logical sequence. Question 18. Which answer correctly classifies a situation involving a dollar or percentage change made to a comparable to reflect a difference from the subject in the lease negotiation described? Option A, regression. Option B, capitalization rate. Option C, market value. Option D, adjustment. The correct answer is option D, adjustment. The process seeks to make each sale indication more comparable to the property being valued. If the comparable is superior, the comparison change is generally downward, while an inferior comparable is adjusted upward. The comparable is adjusted, not the subject property.
Stressed about your property and casualty? We can take property and casualty for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done.
Question 19. At a per-listing meeting in Cumberland, Talia explains the total loss in value from all causes affecting an improvement. Which real estate principle is involved? Option A, accrued depreciation. Option B, progression. Option C, functional obsolescence. Option D, appraisal. The correct answer is option A, accrued depreciation. The amount includes physical deterioration, functional problems, and external influences. It is deducted from cost new in the cost approach. The analysis concerns value loss rather than accounting depreciation for tax reporting. Question 20. A transaction file for a historic residence raises an issue involving the current cost to create an exact duplicate using substantially the same design and materials. Which answer best resolves the classification? Option A, income capitalization approach. Option B, reproduction cost. Option C, highest and best use. Option D, capitalization rate. The correct answer is option B, reproduction cost. Obsolete features may make the amount exceed the cost of a modern equivalent. This estimate can be important for historic or architecturally distinctive improvements. Accrued depreciation must still be considered for an existing building. Question 21. Which concept should an appraiser apply to facts involving a valuation method converting expected income into an indication of value? Option A, effective gross income. Option B, accrued depreciation. Option C, income capitalization approach. Option D, sales comparison approach. The correct answer is option C, income capitalization approach. The analysis focuses on the property's ability to produce future benefits. This method is commonly applied to investment property. Net operating income and an appropriate capitalization rate are central to direct capitalization. Question 22. Malik is studying a rule concerning the principle that value is supported when a property is reasonably consistent with surrounding properties. Which term should be chosen? Option A, potential gross income. Option B, comparative market analysis. Option C, physical deterioration. Option D, conformity. The correct answer is option D, conformity. Complete uniformity is not required, but severe incompatibility can reduce value. Similarity in use, size, quality, and style can improve market acceptance. Over-improvement may not return its full cost when it exceeds neighborhood expectations. Question 23. When a small apartment building transaction involves the relationship between net operating income and value expressed as a percentage, which answer identifies the controlling concept in the property minus management audit described? Option A, capitalization rate. Option B, gross rent multiplier. Option C, net operating income. Option D, market price. The correct answer is option A, capitalization rate. Higher perceived risk commonly corresponds with a higher required rate and a lower value, all else equal. The rate should reflect market expectations for comparable investments. Dividing stabilized net operating income by this rate produces a direct capitalization value estimate. Question 24. A practice question describes the amount a property feature adds to or subtracts from overall value. Which response is best? Option A, functional obsolescence. Option B, contribution. Option C, potential gross income. Option D, gross rent multiplier. The correct answer is option B, contribution. This principle guides adjustment analysis and renovation decisions. Buyer preferences and local market expectations determine the feature's market impact. The cost of an improvement does not necessarily equal its market impact. Question 25. During a settlement preparation, which principle is illustrated by the most probable price a property should bring under typical conditions in an open and competitive market? Option A, effective gross income. Option B, sales comparison approach. Option C, market value. Option D, highest and best use. The correct answer is option C, market value. The estimate assumes informed parties, reasonable exposure, and no unusual pressure to act. It is an opinion based on market evidence rather than the amount one particular person happens to pay. Financing terms and special concessions must be analyzed when they distort the transaction.